Hey babies, welcome back to another video on It's Wendy's World. Yes, I just woke up, and yes, I woke up like this. Oh, look, still got some hair to connect for them edges. My headscarf came off. Anyway, I wanted to do a story time while I get up and make my coffee and talk to you guys for a quick little minute. Not too long, because you know my phone be cutting off. How I met my husband. I feel that this topic is very fitting right now because, y'all, I think I met somebody. This Christian guy, I say Christian because they believe in Jesus. This Christian guy slid into my DMs, white guy. Why the brothers just look at me from afar and wave and shit? They don't ever fucking come up and say nothing. Why you always dating interracially? I date grown-ass men who are bold enough to come up to me and holler at me and let me know they interested. If you just gonna sit up there goofy smiling at me and shit, or when I smile back and let you know I'm interested, y'all don't say nothing, the fuck am I supposed to do? Be single until somebody black does choose me? Well, guess what? I'm 41. And guess what? Anyway, as far as my dating and everything is concerned, I'm really excited about this guy. I don't seem excited because I'm a realist like a mug, y'all, and I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. Big old guy, big bodybuilder looking nigga, big country fed ass looking boy. But I like that. Yeah, make me feel safe. Is it a safety reason? Because, you know, I need to feel safe. Not because I'm gonna put me or him in any harm's way, but because I need to feel safe. You know what I mean? It's like I want to make sure that I'm okay and that anybody that's going to be messing, I guess I need to feel safe. You know, I need to feel like somebody's going to be able to have my back if needed. And that's just what I'm trying to say. This is not how I want this video to go. I just woke up, y'all. It's all over the place already, but it's Wendy's World. Okay, so anyway, I was lonely in 2011, and I was just looking around just for dates and stuff like that. And my mom said, hey, go on the dating website. Go online dating. Meet people. You can read their bios. If you're interested, like them, start communicating with them. You know, eventually go out on a date. You never know what might happen. Well, that's what I did for about a year. And then I met David, my husband. And I met him on Date Hookup. I looked on Plenty of Fish. I don't go on Christian Mingle, but Plenty of Fish. I'm looking for blacklove.com, just everything. But what I found him on was datehookup.com. It was all free. Slid in the little inbox. We started liking each other's stuff. He was in Oklahoma at Fort Steele stationed, and I was here in Dallas in Irving. And I like that he didn't call me baby sugar honey already, you know, just talking regularly. I couldn't wait to get home from work to talk to him. I couldn't wait to wake up and talk to him and text him. And he was doing me the same way. As soon as he got home, you know, from work or whatever, because he was still active duty in the Army. So we met like around February. Well, we finally got to see each other in April because I just wanted to wait because he lived out of town. And that's a little bit more of a commitment when you're driving a few hours away to see somebody, you know, versus anything else. And my driving anxiety is so bad, you know, I was just telling him, I was like, dang, I should want to meet up with you, but I'm kind of scared, like, especially going towards Oklahoma through Wichita Falls. If there's a tornado or something, I'm screwed. And it's just, I would take the service or whatever where I go. If I had to go on the highway, like when I was leaving my husband a few times, the same guy I'm talking about, then that would be a different story. But, like, if I can take the service road there and still get there in a decent amount of time, even to leave a little early, I will. So, anyway, I was driving down there to meet him. I got a little nervous, and I stopped in Wichita Falls, which is an hour away from Lawton, Oklahoma, Fort Steele, where he was stationed. And he knew we were preparing me for just in case. He was so gentle and so sweet with me, just preparing for just in case something happened. I get too scared, he'll meet me halfway, pick me up in his car and take me back to Lawton, you know, and which is exactly what happened. I started getting nervous. It started getting really windy, and I had a little bitty car, like a little Ford Fiesta, y'all. And I'm only 5'3", and the car looked like it was too small for me. Okay, so anyway, so David and I I parked at the Howard Johnson. I went to use the bathroom, sprayed myself with perfume to look real good and stuff, freshen on my teeth. And as soon as I saw my husband and he saw me, we ran. It's like we ran to each other in slow motion. He picked me up, twirled me around. We kissed, hugged, and he's like, "Let's go get your stuff." I was like, "Yeah, let's go get it." And I just smiled and just held his hand and walked to my car. And we ended up going back to Lawton, back to his house, where we talked and we kissed and talked and made out. Then we made love the whole weekend, and it was amazing and so unselfish on both of our parts. If I can just leave it like that, we left nothing untouched. Okay. So then I started visiting him every weekend. I would drive to Lawton. I drove all the way this time. Okay, and drive back, and everything was going really, really, really good. Now there was a time when now his father always drives from Pennsylvania. His 90 drive from Pennsylvania to Oklahoma or to San Antonio newly, since wherever me and David were living, and spend time with David on his way driving to Florida for the winter. And then he'll leave there in April and come on back. So he usually comes around us around Christmas and stays for a couple of months. Anyway, but the man likes to live in his van. You know, when his David's black wife wasn't there, he wouldn't sleep in his van. You know what I mean? His van is converted to a whole room, bed and everything. But it's 90 degrees here, my father-in-law. I cannot wait to be a daughter-in-law. I cannot wait to do some daughter-in-law type shit. But them motherfuckers deny me of that. Cool, it's fine. Y'all got four half black grandkids, and y'all still don't like niggas? Damn. Anyway, so David and I were so in love. I would kiss my husband's feet. I would rub that man's back just because that's my baby. That's my man. That's mine. I wake up smiling. I mean, oh my God, y'all. I was happy every day in my marriage. With my husband, I was happy with him. Everything was great. I put on lingerie, at least once a week. I cooked dinner every night, make sure the house was clean. My son's homework was done. He was outside playing when my husband got home from work. He doesn't drink, well, yes, he does. He drinks beer, but only on the weekends. But shit, I'll have him a beer popped open or whatever he needed. And I didn't even smoke, wasn't even smoking my medical stuff back then because my anxiety and depression wasn't bad. Until my husband just started to, one day, that nigga came home different. He's white, black, don't matter the race. I'm sorry for saying that, but the nigga part, that's just how I talk. Like, what's up, my nigga? Anyway, that motherfucker came home, and his dad was in town. I'm telling his dad, please come in the house. I want to make it so comfortable for you on one of his trips. And he's like, yeah, well, I don't want to. I'm just going to stay out here in the van. And I'm like, yeah, but it's so smoldering. It's so hot. It's hot in your van. It's 105 degrees outside. And you're just out there sweating. And if you want me to leave the house and go do something, and while you can come in the house and relax a little bit, I'll tear my black ass so you can just don't die outside. God. Is it that bad being in the house with a nigga? Fuck. Anyway, I'm expressing to David, and David starts to cuss at me. Leave him the fuck alone. He already told you he didn't want to come in the house. I just start crying. I was like, okay, that's fine. Then he goes, you know what? You and your fucking attitude. And I was like, oh, you're trying to make me have an attitude. Damn. I'm scared now because I don't know what you're doing. I know I have an attitude. I'm being so sweet and I'm sad. I'm not mad. I'm sad. That hurt. My husband decided to spend the night away and stay gone. Him and his dad went and did stuff for the last couple of days his dad was here. Then David calls me and says, you want me to come home? I said, well, I didn't tell you to leave. That was the first time he left me. He came back after a few days. I was just looking at him like, and then ever since then, it's like he started being mean to me and more mean and more mean and more mean just with his words, I can't wait for him to go to deployment because as soon as he went on deployment, I packed my shit and I left to my mama's. I checked on the house, well, the apartment in Fort Sill, and that was that. But it seems like my step-grandmother died. It was a really sad time when she passed away. I took him back because my grandmother died when I had my son and left Arizona. I went to Arizona to have justice to be with his dad. He ended up having a 3-month-old baby on me, And then my husband spent the night away. I hope my phone don't cut out. If it do, I'll do a part two. But my husband, he left me. Spent the night away. And I told him, don't do me like that. If you're mad, stay mad. Go in the other room. But don't spend nights away from the house. That made me feel so horrible when Josh did me like that when I was pregnant in Arizona. In a whole nother state, depending on him. His Mormon family. I love Mormon people now. I know how to can stuff and make clothes. I love them so much. But still, because they believe in Jesus still, you know. Joseph Smith, yeah, but they still believed in Jesus. I need some Jesus somewhere. I was away from my mom in Texas. Once my husband did that, y'all, and I left him and I came back, it's like he wanted to punish me for coming back. So when I moved back to San Antonio to try to be with him, I left him in 2013. We got married really quick. We got married in August of 2012. No, we met in 2012 in March. Got married in August. I left my husband right around January, February or something. Stayed gone a couple of years. I took him back. Excited about my baby and about him loving me and missing me, and he's sorry about all this stuff happening. He's finna have major surgery. He needs me to take care of him. He's going through his neck for slip disc in his back. Something about upping his VA rating. At the time, I didn't know what he was doing. And I'm like, that's so invasive. Fuck, you mean just for your back? You don't need that. What you doing? Anyway, whatever. I'm your wife. I'm down for you. Whatever. I don't know what's going on, but whatever, right? I took him back and I found sippy cups. I found condoms. Now, David got a vasectomy. What the fuck he need condoms for? Sippy cups, condoms, bitches, shit in my house. I even said, okay, you know what? Just throw the shit away and start the fuck fresh because you're my man and I left you. So whatever. Be that you made me to or not. A few months go by. We're not having sex. David won't touch me. And then we move into this house and get brand new cars. That motherfucker go. I ain't see David for like 4 days. Then he came back and every other night leaving. Who are you? You are not my husband. Who is the guy that I was obsessed with and in love with and made love 3 times a day? I mean 3 times a fucking day. Every day. And I was tired, man. My stomach hurt sometime. He jigging up in me. But I was like, fuck it. It was going to feel good. I do everything my husband wanted me to do because I was a good wife. Because I had pleasure in doing it. You know, pleasing my husband is pleasing God and making sure I'm happy too. I left for 3 years. When I moved back was at the bottom of these divorce vlogs. I was crying on the couch talking about how could he do this and how could he find me hurting me. I took him back. For him to, this time when I took him back, he wanted to get physical with me. Wanted to start pushing and shoving on me. And that only lasted 4 months. So from October to February the 14th, I stayed with him for the 3rd time I came back thinking that things were going to be better, but they weren't. That man talked shit to me. He didn't make love to me. He wouldn't look at me. He treated me like he was punishing me for leaving, but you're the reason I fucking left Dave. I loved him. I loved him so much. I would try to stay thin, not that he asked me to, but that's why I started growing my own hair. Like, I got my own, you know, long hair to wear and shit. Like, you know, my hair looking crazy right now. I'm like, I got my own hair I grew out. Like, I don't have to wear, you know, like the weaves. If I don't want to, I want to wake up and be like, or go to the swimming pool, you know, and have some kind of hair hanging down somewhere. My hair is crazy as hell, but y'all, it's long. It's growing long. It's growing long as hell. Anyway, I did love my husband. I love David so much. I did love him at some point, y'all. But after 9.5 years, all that love is gone. He beat it out of me emotionally. He browbeat a bitch, you know what I mean? Would I get married again? Probably not. But do I want a love and a life partner? Oh, yeah. I want somebody that chooses me every day. A conscious effort to choose me every day. And to make me feel like I'm worth it. Because I am. And I miss what David and I had because, oh, that man loved me so much in the beginning. Well, I don't know how it changed. Y'all, waking up, going to sleep, hugging and kissing, holding hands in a car. I fell in love wholeheartedly because he was my husband. I'm supposed to, right? And I got duped. And now I'm dealing with so much mental stuff because of that sweet man that I fell in love with. Physical abuse, mental abuse, spiritual abuse. Tell me I'm ugly, I ain't about shit. My edges bald headed and my teeth are ugly. Made me scared to date this guy. Like, I'm going on the first date on Friday. I've been on dating so long. And I haven't been talked to so sweetly to where I'm scared that he's going to be full of shit too. I'm not rushing into anything. I just want to, go out, have fun, and just have a good time. But it makes me feel bad. David has a whole woman living in our house right now. And he had a one before. So why should I sit back and wait and not be loved? I'm so lonely when it comes to loving and wanting to be with someone, like a life partner for companionship. Am I rushing? No, because I'm scared. And I'm fighting these people away from me, pushing them off. My husband fucked up my life. God, I loved him. But she didn't love me back. He wanted extra money from the VA on his check. That's why he took a wife in the first place. I'm his third wife. His second little wife, the first wife, she's cool. That's the kid's mom. The last two kids' mom. She and I were good friends until I took David back. And she said, well, I don't want to be your friend anymore because I don't want to heal you. Heal you through what keeps breaking you. And I said, I understand. I love you. Thanks for having been there at least. The second wife, Sade, that baby stayed after 2 months and left his ass. He was crazy and abusive. You think third time's a charm, but no, it's not. Take your time. Don't be rushing into anything. Don't rush in a relationship with somebody. Do not rush. You think, yeah, you are in love. You feel in love. That in love can last 1,000 years. But it also could be them pretending that feeling to get what they need from you. Still married to David. He's still getting his VA money. When I left him the last time, the VA sent me what they call an apportionment. So I was getting money every month from the VA because I left him. They said either when you reconcile or divorce, that's when the money will stop. Well, I told them the truth. I said, Mom, get my husband back. And they stopped the money. Did I start it back when I left him in February? No, I don't want his damn money. I don't want no argument from him, no lip, no reason for him to keep treating me like shit. Don't say a motherfucking thing to me. He's even in the blocked messages to where the only thing he can do is leave a message and I got to go search and check and see what he said. Anything about the house or my stepson is all I care about. Anyway, story time of how I met and how I ended and how I whatever with my husband. If y'all have any questions about what I've uploaded, then ask me like that or whatever. But yeah. Are we gonna go through a divorce? Yeah. It'll be all of 9 years that we've been actually married on the in September. So I will start the divorce proceedings pretty much in the middle of the year because it's gonna take 6 to 8 months. And I figured 10-year mark sounds like a plan to me because I feel like 10 years you can do anything. So in 10 years, which will be in another year, I will go ahead and I'll be divorced from that man. So we have the time clicking, my babies. For 2021 will be the divorcing year for me and David. And I'm not rushing to anything. I have my first date Friday with this guy that seems to be amazing, who says he prayed for a woman like me and all this other stuff, which I think he's full of shit because I don't believe nobody can feel like that about me. I feel like I was so duped by David to where I don't feel like that shit's possible. However, God is good and God is different. What he has for me, he has for me. I just hope I don't push the right person off. But anyway, I'm going to go slow and take my time, and I'll keep you guys posted. So I'll do a date night update. So first date update on me going out and dating Joey. His name is Joey. And Joey seems to be a wonderful guy. He's a pharmaceutical rep, works with doctors building probiotics. He's a muscle builder. Not that I'm into that shit, but it looks good on him. It's not too much or gross looking, no steroids. He's 2 months older than me, so he's March the 28th and I'm May the 28th, same year and all. So I just think it's fantastic. We'll just see what happens. Anyway, story time has been all over the place, but thank you for watching. It's Wendy's World. Thank you for watching your girl Wendy. Some of y'all, I'm y'all auntie. Some of y'all, I'm y'all big sister. Some of y'all, I'm y'all little sister. Either way it go, I'm your family. I love you, babies. Always take care of you. Thanks for rocking with your kinfolk. Thanks for fucking with me. You know how I say, how I do, babies. And I'm going to go ahead and make this coffee, sit outside on this patio, say good morning to Bob Marley, and make it do what it do. You guys take care of yourselves. Amazon is going really good. My job is great. We're still careful. We're still safe. And my check for holiday pay and for the time and a half they paid us. And now that I'm going every 2 weeks, so my last check was on the. I didn't get paid on the 5th of June. I got paid the Friday before that. That was my last weekly check. I checked my account for the first time. I checked what my check is going to look like, y'all. My check is $1,500. I gross $1,700. And that is from the $1,760, some of that still, because we're back to $1,560 now. But I got some of that $1,760, the holiday pay, and the double overtime pay. So I just want to praise God for that. I'm going to finish up the baby's room, my son's room, and get a few things from me. Anyway, you guys take care of you. I love you guys so much. Thanks for rocking with your girl on It's Wendy's World. Always take care of you, babies. It's Wendy's World and her babies. Bye.